Hi. So yesterday was our reopening for the season, and I wanted to do a little debrief, I guess. And I know most people would do this while they're doing their makeup, but I have shit to do, so we're gonna do it while I fold the laundry. Yesterday was just such a good day, like such a shockingly good day, and shocking in like the the best way. It was absolutely incredible. I don't even know. Like, I almost have no words because of how good of a day it was. Like, it's so funny to me, and I've kind of been like laughing about this all week, but we reopen every single year. Like, every single year, we close for some sort of amount of time and we reopen, and it's never been like this. It's never been such a great response. And I think part of that had something to do with the fact that the weather was gorgeous yesterday. And we were also closed for 4 months this time. So it was a very long time for us. Um, and also, like, we spent a good amount of time like building up our audience a little bit more last year and just focusing on marketing. So we had more people to market to. Um, but I don't know, like it was just so unexpected, and it was I just the support was insane, and we literally did record sales for March, like for a day in March. We have never done that much money in a single day in March. We did like summer sales, and that never happens. Like, it's technically still winter. um and I was just so filled with joy yesterday. Like, it was, and it's not just about the money, but like, I am a business owner, so money is a big part of it. Like, again, we've also been closed for 4 months, so like, it was nice to see that. But I had set a goal for the weekend and we passed it yesterday, so that was really exciting for me. um it was also just like, I've spent so much time doing these renovations, and a lot of like hard work, like labor, that I didn't necessarily have in me. But what I kind of started to realize over my break, because I had a lot of time to think and reflect and like fully relax and just really think about where I want this business to go and like what everything means to me. And I've been really struggling with things over the past probably two, maybe three, probably 2 years, last year specifically, about how I just haven't been proud of this business in a while. Um, I made a lot of decisions at a young age. Like, everybody gives me a lot of credit for opening a business when I was 20, and I also give myself a lot of credit for that. That shit was not easy. Um, but I think, like, I'm gonna be 26 in like a month now, and the decisions I made at 22 don't necessarily align with who I've become at the age of 26. And so I got really upset about it for a little bit. I'm really frustrated with myself that I didn't think through things more, or just, I don't know, I was just irritated with my younger self, not really giving her credit with, like, she had to make decisions too, and those decisions got me to where I am today. But I spent a lot of time like figuring out how to undo decisions I made at the age of 22, and that was really like mentally exhausting, very frustrating, and it's just not something I thought I would be doing. Honestly, a lot of the pink has become really overwhelming to me. I still love the color pink, but this like aggressive bubblegum pink on my log cabin walls was just a lot. So I added some black, I toned things down a little bit, and I think the bigger piece of it is that I worked so freaking hard, and I had a vision, and I did everything I could to make it come to life. Like, we were literally still fixing things up yesterday morning. I ended up getting neurovirus beginning of last week. So on top of the stress of opening, I was also like really sick. Um, but I did it. Like, I did everything I said I was going to do, and I discovered a part of myself that I've never really tapped into before, and like, I just handled shit. Like, I said I was going to do things, and things needed to get done, and I delegated, and I asked for help when help was needed, and like, I I got shit done. And I looked around yesterday. Like, there was literally a point in the day where I looked around and I realized that for the first time since I think I opened the store in 2021, I was genuinely proud of my business. And I was genuinely proud of just like everything I have built. And it felt like when you walked into the store and you saw everything, like it just felt more aligned with who I've become at the age of almost 26. And that was such a rewarding feeling, but it was also almost like a relief. Like, finally, like when you look at this, like it does represent me because I am a small business owner. So my brand, like my business is my life, and it definitely represents a really big part of who I am. And it was just so important to me that this happened. And it was just such a good day. Like I feel like my spark is back. I think I lost my spark, I don't know, like 2.5 years ago, maybe 2 years ago. And I just finally got it back. And it was so fun to talk to people and see my regulars, and family and friends came in. And it was just so nice to, like, everybody's been proud of me for such a long time. And for the first time, probably ever, like I was, I think, just as proud. And so it was more of a shared experience. And it was like a lot of times I'd go through these days of like really high sales and really big events. And like we were killing it all day. And I'm talking to so many people, and people are saying such nice things. And at the end of the day, I'm so exhausted because I've kind of been faking how I've been feeling the entire time. And like, oh yeah, thank you so much. And like, just trying to put on this face that was fake. It wasn't me. And yesterday, it was me. Like, I genuinely, like, everything I said, I genuinely meant. And at the end of the day, I was filled with like so much positive energy and just such good, like I got such a good night's sleep. I didn't come home, like I was tired obviously, but I wasn't like drained. I felt like I was recharged, and it was just so nice to be able to actually share that experience with people for I think the first time. um March 1st of last year was one of the worst days of my life, actually. Um, Definitely one of my worst days in business. March 1st last year, I had $0 in all of my bank accounts except for one, and it was negative 45 or 46. I have literally have screenshots of it. I was in a shit ton of debt, like a lot of debt, and it was raining, and I didn't know what to do. On top of that, the store flooded. We found like other structural issues with the store. Like it felt like the weight of the world was just coming down on me. Like I cried all day, all freaking day. And it wasn't just like tears, like I was sobbing. I felt like everything I had worked hard for was just going to shit. Like nothing was ever going to work out. I wanted to give up. Like I've never wanted to give up so bad in my life, but oh, this one's already folded. Exciting. Um, I genuinely was just ready to give up. And I remember that feeling. Like I remember just feeling so hopeless that that nothing was going to work out. And at the time, I felt like I didn't have a choice but to keep going. Like there were no other options. I had things to pay for. I had, you know, I didn't have a choice. So I kept going, and things ended up working out last year. I paid off a crap ton of debt. Like I don't really have any left, honestly. Um, I saved a lot of money. I was able to take 4 months off. Like it was crazy, but just realizing yesterday, I think I realized it about towards the end of the day, like late afternoon. I said, "Oh my God, it's March 1st," and like look at how much has changed in a year. Like a year ago today was one of the worst days I had ever gone through, ever. I didn't think I was making it out. I didn't think that success was happening after that. And a whole year later, it was one of the best days I've ever had in business. It was record sales for March. It was the best reopening day we've ever had. I felt so aligned with my business and so proud of it. I had my shit together. I I it was sunny. It was beautiful weather, and it was so successful, and it was just such a good freaking day. And I just am blown away at how much can change in a year. and I'm really, really excited to see what this year is going to do. I've been feeling all year, I know it's only March 2nd, but this whole year so far, I've just felt like it was going to be such a good year, and so many things were going to be changing, and life was not going to be like last. Because uh, last year was a really terrible year for me. I know it was a terrible year for a lot of people, but it was a rough one, and for the first time, like I don't know, I just this year's just going to be a really good year. So all that to just debrief a little bit about what a good day it was, and I was so excited to be back with my employees and my like it just I felt whole again. Like it the break was wonderful. 10 months. Sorry, I've been recording for 10 minutes. 4 months off was a long time. It was a long time, and I was starting to lose it a little bit. I was getting like bored in the sense that like I missed business. Like I missed like being in the game and like shooting content and posting things and tracking numbers and like networking and all that stuff. So I'm very happy to be back. Um, I don't I I don't know if we're gonna do 4 months next year. I'd imagine we're going to, just because of like how we've tracked sales in the past. That's why we closed for 4 months. But I think it was a really good thing. And yesterday was just a really good day, and I keep saying it. But I'm so excited to be back today. We are now open for the season, so I know it's going to go by really quickly, as it always does. So I'm just going to try to enjoy every single second of it and not let any of it just like pass me by. And I'm even going to work on enjoying the most stressful days, because when I had nothing to do, those are the days I thought of. I thought of the days that I was nearly in tears from the stress of how busy it was. And I thought, damn, I missed that. So I am going to try really hard to be very present and just enjoy every single moment and record everything and take so many pictures and just like really enjoy my business, because that's what it's here for. That was the whole goal. And I've forgotten that along the way. So I'm really grateful for this break, because it's forced me to come back to the present. But that's my little debrief. Thanks so much for debriefing with me. I love a Sunday morning debrief. They're usually not about business, but this time it was. Um, yeah, I'll be updating weekly on YouTube, and also almost daily on TikTok and Instagram Reels. So if you want to follow me there, TikTok is humdo_ice cream or gtroopy. Gtroopy is my personal, so I don't just talk about business stuff. It's like a little bit more of the behind the scenes of my life. And then Instagram, we are humdo_ice cream, right? Yes, humdo_ice cream. I should know these things. I'm getting back to it. Nobody yell at me. Okay, bye.